Hi, Scott Burrell here. I just thought I'd take a quick minute to show you the new Evans Level 360 drum heads, which have been around for quite a while now, but I thought I would give them a try. You know, I am personally quite a brand kind of guy, and I like sticking with brands. And this is my premier Royal Ace snare drum from the 1960s. I've had this one since I started playing drums myself, and I had found the perfect skin for it, the perfect head, in the modern vintage medium head from Aquarian, which is on it just now. But during a recent gig, I maybe got a little carried away, and I've broken it. So I've decided, you know, to try a new skin out and see how I get on with it. So I thought I'd do a small video to test out this head. First and foremost, we'll take off this old head, and I'm using my trusted screwdriver for the slot-headed tension bolts, as you see here on the Royal Ace. Nowadays it's drum key, little square ends, but obviously on the old drums, I'll show you here, it's slot-headed, so pretty cool. Put these down to one side. Do not drop them or lose them. So when I take drum skins off, I also go what's called diametrically. So I won't take off each one round the diameter, round the circumference. I will go across the diameter and jump over backwards and forwards. And what that does is it just equally takes the stress off the shell, the wooden shell of the drum. Put these to one side. Right, so just fast forwarded it, the magic of video. This is the last tension bolt to come off. And we'll take off the hoop, die cast, and there is the affected head, and that is the modern vintage Aquarian. Don't get me wrong, this head has lasted ages, absolutely ages. In fact, probably in the years, maybe about 3 years. That's a lot of gigs and a lot of teaching and a lot of pounding. And it was actually in a rock kind of gig I played, and it must have been at the second or third last song of the set. Stick just popped right through it. So it has served me well, don't get me wrong. I'm just looking for something new to try out. The skin off. I'm going to leave the bottom skin of the drum because it's in fairly good nick. It's a Remo Weather King I've got on here, and it's in great nick. It doesn't need changed, in my humble opinion. What I will do now, though, this has been annoying me for quite some time. The internal dampener is it's been squint, and I'm quite a perfectionist, so my OCD kicking in here. I'll just straighten it out. And another thing I'm going to do is, I've just spent the last 5 minutes looking for this, but Joe Cox, thank you very much, what a guy. He has sent me through the original tone control knurled screw for this part here. It's something which I took off about 2 years ago to replace on my other Royal Ace, which matches my drum kit. So I'm just going to pop him on while I've got the drum open, as such. And that gives that its completed look. Yes, that's really, really good. So, on to the unboxing. So, Evans Level 360, kindly supplied in by DD Drums in Falkirk. Thanks, Dave. And got this one in. This is the controlled centre dot, reverse dot snare batter. The thing about the Evans 360 heads is they are designed to cope with different bearing edges. This is taken from their website. I obviously did a bit of research. And with the older drums, the bearing edges can be a little off, so to speak. And because the manufacturing processes back then weren't as precise as what they are now. Now, don't get me wrong, they are really lovely drums, in my humble opinion, but sometimes the bearing edges can be a little bit bumpy and not exactly straight. I'm not going to put this against the machine to measure that, but basically these new heads are designed to cope with that. They've got a deeper collar, and which provides for more fitting length over the shell. They've also been, the rims here have been lapped over, which is a different manufacturing process, so it's pretty new. And let's have a look on the box, what they're saying. And it's 360 around as well, so that's to do with the balance, and I'm all about balance when it comes to drums, as you'll find out. Basically, the Evans logo is going to be in line with the Premier logo on the front here. We're going to stick them on. I'll put on the die-cast rim. I always make sure that there is no dirt or dust underneath the lip here, like that. No sharp edges which will catch. We're all good. Pop him back on here. And as always with putting drum skins on, I shall do it diametrically. So you start with one, then you would jump over the diameter and pop the other one on and bring them up to finger tight. And I will pause the video for that because it takes ages. So here I am, I've done the finger tight on all lugs to bring it up to attention, and I'm just going to quickly roll over the whole drum with the screwdriver. Should really be using a tuning key for this, but I'm being very careful. Some people say that the screwdriver can damage the slot-headed tension heads. It's a very narrow screwdriver this, so I'm taking great care. And all the respect for the drum itself. So I'm just going over it and doing it, tuning it up little by little, diametrically, jumping over. This is an 8-lug snare drum. And what I'll do is I'll show you it, I'll let you hear it, with a lower tuning range. Let me just grab a pair of drumsticks. Should be a pair of drumsticks kicking about here. Here we go. So on the low tuning range, pop the snares on. It's quite nice. It's got like a really fat vintage sound to it. A little bit of ring. Probably comes from the bottom head. I'm just putting the tone control on the top there. Let's take that off, and we'll try it on a higher tuning range now. Very slightly high. I'm going to put just half a turn on each. Not even half a turn, just up to about that. Again, being very careful. Just put in there. Let's hear how this sounds now. So this is just over half a turn more. You can hear the drum coming into its own now. Quite nice. There's a little bit of a buzz. Let's just see if I can sort that out. Sounds quite nice for the rolls, and then we'll take it up about another half turn on each. It's got a very controlled sound, as the badge and model says. Again, I'm just going up half a turn on each of these. You can obviously fine tune it once you've got a position you like, a sound you like. So this is further up now. Ooh, that's nice, I like that. Wow, okay, that's definitely sounding really nice to me anyway. Hopefully the phone that I'm using, the Galaxy S6 camera microphone's taking that, and you can hear that. I'm just going to pop another little quarter turn on each of those. It's got a very controlled sound, not much dampening needed on that at all. Yeah, you can hear the difference between obviously the sweet spot of the drum, which is in between this direct centre and the rim, just very right in the middle, that point, and then right in the middle where you have the reverse dot here, which is the metallic dot. We're going to just sit and play that. So there's your sweet spot, and there is the centre. And then obviously rim strike. Ooh. Nice, very nice. So in conclusion, I would say I'm very happy with that, I will be honest. It looks quite smart, very modern and futuristic actually on a vintage drum. But it's cool, I'm up for it. And yeah, it's nice. I will put it through its paces at some recent gigs that are coming up, and report back and see how it gets on. I also have some of the more basic 360 range. I have the single ply coated heads, which I'll try on another drum, and we'll do that for the next video that I've got for you. So if you've got any comments, any feedbacks, really appreciated. Let me know what you think, how you are obviously getting on with your 360 reverse dot heads, and thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch up with you later. Bye.